Okay guys, here we go. The long-awaited V11 range test. Gonna do the same parameters as I did on the S18. We're heading out to Ave Maria. I'm gonna try to keep my speed as close to 20 miles an hour as possible. And we're gonna go into town to the pavilion and back, which last time worked out to be like 34.25 miles, something like that. So, and for those of you that forgot, after doing that run on the S18, I had 34% battery left. So, which I thought was a very good performance out of an 1100 watt-hour pack. So, let's see how the V11 measures up. All right, so since I've seen you guys last, I've been quite busy. I weed whacked the property. Cindy and I went to Home Depot. I did some modifications to my brand new mower. And because like right now it's 5 o'clock, guys. I was hoping to actually get out earlier, to get this done earlier. But because of the charger that comes with the pre-production wheels only being an 1.5 amp charger, it was slow. I was sitting there just waiting for it to finish, and it took forever. It literally just got done 10 minutes ago. So I think upgrading to the 2.5 amp charger will be a good addition for the V11 for sure. Cut down those charge times. On the graphic that I showed earlier, it said to charge from empty to full with the 1.5 amp charger takes 13 hours. With the 2.5 amp charger, that gets cut down all the way to 8 hours. So that's a huge difference. So another smart move by Inmotion. All right, some of you, this might be good news. Some of it might not be. I don't plan to talk a whole lot during this. I just want to get this range test done, man. Just want to get it done. I've talked a lot. I've talked a lot about the V11. If you watch the videos that I've put out there so far, my mouth's been flopping a lot. So we just want to see how it does, right, on this range test. So let's see. I'll check in at key points during the ride. I just glanced at my GPS and I was going 23 miles an hour. That's too fast. I'm trying to keep it at right around 20, 18 to 20. Closer to 20 if possible. So I need to do a better job of paying attention. It's weird, the first few minutes, and it was the same way this morning with the Dunkin' Donuts ride, my knee that's been bothering me, my left knee, it just feels very, very uncomfortable during the first, you know, I don't know, 10% of the ride, and then it kind of goes away. But man, I actually feel myself favoring my other leg, that I'm leaning more onto that leg. This wheel wants to go 25 miles an hour very easily, so yeah, right now I'm doing 20.6. I need to readjust my senses so I get dialed into what 20 miles an hour feels like. These people want a written invitation to go left. So this isn't the best time to be doing this. You know, it's July 3rd, and I'm off, you know, because I'm a fortunate government employee that I get July 3rd off when July 4th falls on a holiday. But there's lots of people that aren't off, so, and I am right in rush hour, so it won't be quite as rush hour-esque as it normally is, and I can tell I'm going too fast already. But there's still going to be a good amount of traffic here on this ride. I do have Cindy ready and waiting to be my chase vehicle if something unfortunate would happen. If for some reason I can't make the 34 miles, which I do not expect, but she is ready to come retrieve me if necessary. All right, so this is what 20 miles an hour looks like. If you see me going faster than this, yell at me. On this ride, suspension is pretty much a non-issue. You know, this road is relatively new, flat. There's not going to be a whole lot of rough road to deal with, so we're just testing conventional range, good old-fashioned range. Yeah, this is going to be rough, guys, for me. I already put in 21 miles on the ride this morning, and now we're going to be doing another almost 35. Yeah, it's funny, like I love being included in these reviews, but I also love when they're over so I can heal up, because It seems every single time I get done doing my review series, I am physically beat up. All right, just past the 5-mile mark. On-wheel battery indicator still is showing full. For those of you that are not familiar with me, my riding weight is probably somewhere around 195 pounds with all this gear, and what's that work out to be? 88 kilograms, something like that. So yeah, I'm definitely not super light. I am trying to ride with my feet a little bit more forward, especially now. Anything to lessen the foot pain is a welcome change. Just crossed the 10-mile mark. On-screen battery indicator, or on-wheel battery indicator still showing full. In case you care, the ambient air temperature when I left the house was 95 degrees. I was thinking about putting on my body armor. Yeah, no thanks. As is, with a white shirt and sleeveless, I'm burning up, so yeah, no body armor today. Here's something I can talk about for a couple minutes. So when I was testing the S18, one of the comments I got from somebody was something about that the S18 was going to have the option for an auxiliary battery pack. And I asked Jack from KingSong about that. I said, do you know about this, Jack? And he said, no. Well, since then, I discovered what they were talking about. I guess KingSong sells a standalone battery with like USB ports and stuff like that. I think it's like a 700 watt-hour battery, maybe, 687. It's like a little brick. And the way you, I saw that, I'm like, okay, well, what do you do with it? Basically what you do is you throw it in a backpack, and then you hardwire from that auxiliary battery pack down into the wheel. So you got a wire running from your backpack to the wheel. Not exactly a graceful solution, but I guess it is a solution. So yeah, if range is really a big deal for you on an S18, that external KingSong battery pack is an option. I have no idea what it costs, but I bet it's not cheap. Now entering Ave Maria. I definitely do wish that I had tested the seats before doing this, because I would like to sit if I could, but I can't. And to be quite honest, I'm not even sure how well that testing's going to go, because this left knee does not want to bend very much right now. So could be interesting, or silly, or entertaining, or dumb. You never know. I had to stop and grab a yoo-hoo, guys. I don't want to pass out while I'm riding. Oh man, this is brutal. Almost at 15 miles and we've lost our first bar of battery. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, but yes, we've officially lost the bar. Fire up the app when I stop at the turnaround point and see exactly where we're at. Remember when I was here a couple times ago and this thing was dry as a desert, and I said how during wet season it starts to fill up with water? That process has begun. Unfortunately, there are people sitting at the pavilion that I like to sit at, so we gotta do this somewhere else. How inconsiderate of them, you know? What the heck? Don't they know that I'm using their Catholic town for my personal use? Jeez. I guess we'll sit in the playground pavilion since that is currently unoccupied. But not for long. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm hurting, guys. Getting old isn't for sissies. Let's get the right phone out here. I have two phones with me, two cameras. Okay. Okay. Current battery level, 76%. We're at 17.27 miles. So, not too shabby. All right, more people coming. That means it's my time to leave. I'm leaving. All right, we're rolling again. It's Friday evening, and in the Cindy and Duff household, Friday evenings normally means pizza and Mexican Cokes. Yes, unless there's something dramatic going on, every Friday night we heat up a thin crust frozen pizza, enjoy some Mexican Coke, made in Mexico. It actually uses the original cane sugar. We pay extra for that. I usually buy that at Sam's Club. They actually carry that. And we watch some junky TV that's on the DVR. That's what we do every Friday night, almost, and we enjoy it. You know, what can I say? Everything in moderation. That is the key to a successful life. At least it seems to be to me. So we'll have to see how consistent the numbers are on the ride back. According to the app, I use 24% of the pack to go that first 17 miles. If I use another 24% to get home, that means I would be right about the 50% mark for 34 miles. And that would be darn good. I'd be happy with that number. So let's see if we can do it. And let's see if I can do it without my feet falling asleep. My face is currently getting pelted by gnats. Tons of fun. They got this big, beautiful, wide path leading out of Ave Maria. I figured I might as well use it. Might as well use it. Got a little bit of bumps here, so I get to feel the suspension at work. Back out on the Mockley Road, we're at about 21.5 miles. I am feeling more wind pressure this direction than on the way out, so that more than likely will have a negative impact on my range. It's not severe, but it's definitely more than I was dealing with on the way out. At least some shade helps a little bit. Unfortunately, it doesn't last much longer, but man. Whew, Mexican Coke's gonna taste good, guys. Let me just say that. Almost at 24 miles. Battery indicator, I've lost another bar of battery. So, I think we're still doing fine though. I really need to bring the drone with sometime on an Ave Maria ride, just so you can see it's so funny. You know, you get to Ave Maria, which is this beautifully manicured, picture-perfect town, but to get there, you're just going in the middle of nowhere, just, you know, either totally unused land or farmland. It's really interesting. And my path runs out here, so we will be exiting. Oh man, oh my body. All right, back on the main road. Now crossing Everglades Boulevard, which is approximately 5 miles from home. Running on fumes, guys. Oh, gotta get home. Oh, cross the 30-mile marker. Down to 2 bars on my battery indicator, 2 out of 5. Have about roughly 3 miles to go. Turning onto a Mockley Road. Thank frickin' goodness. Ugh. All right, like 2 miles to go. I think I said this after the S18 ride, but thank goodness we're back on our street. I'm ready to crash, man. Crash. Oof, I'm tired. Whew, okay. The wheel is still showing 2 out of 5 bars of battery. Let's see what the app says. 36%. So, you know, I had a light wind evidently behind me on the way out, and I had that same light wind against me on the way back. So there was a lot more battery consumed on the way back. Total range, or interesting. Okay, so the distance on that was 33.5 miles. So that was actually a little shorter. I think when I did the range test on the KingSong, I had left and I had to come back because I forgot something. So this was slightly less miles, about 3/4 of a mile less, and 36% battery. So let me just check something. It's interesting in the app, if you look at the vehicle information, you go to the battery package info. All right, the battery percentages has rebounded a little bit. We're at 37%. The voltage of the pack is at 72.3 volts. What I was hoping for was to see if this was the 1420 watt hour pack in here that was originally announced for the V11, because the production wheel is going to have a 1500 watt hour pack, so slightly bigger, but I cannot at least quickly see where I would identify that in the app. So anyways, that's, I mean, that final number, 37%. Keep in mind the S18 with an 1100 watt hour pack did 34.3 or something like that miles with 34% range remaining, or 34% battery. So this is almost a dead heat with the V11. So that's sort of surprising. I was actually hoping that the V11 would be, you know, 45% or more after that ride. But again, if this is the 1420 watt hour pack with a 1500 watt hour pack, it would probably be up into the 40s as far as range remaining. I did, except for the very beginning when I wasn't paying that much attention, I did keep my speed 18 to 20 miles an hour pretty faithfully the entire ride. So I did my best to simulate the prior range test. So I know a lot of you guys are waiting for this information, so there you go. It's interesting to contrast that with the Dunkin' Donuts ride this morning, where I was going like 25 to 27 miles an hour, and after 21 miles and change, I had 51% battery left. So that there you can see the correlation between speed and range. If you're gonna go all out on this thing, you know, you might be in the low 30s as far as range goes. If you're more conservative, you know, you'll get into the low 40s, and that's what speed will do for you. So okay, guys, tomorrow will be my last day with the wheel. I'd like to test the seat out tomorrow at some point. Shoot my final video just talking about my thoughts on the wheel, my comparisons to the S18, and that's it. The box, or the delirious. The wheel will be packed up and shipped out to the next person in our testing group. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you're going to subscribe, you can always hit that notify bell for fun, which is over there somewhere. That will notify you every single time that I upload a new video, and of course you want that, right? Of course you do. Who wouldn't? Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. What do you think of those numbers? And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Big thanks to Jason from eWheels for allowing us to test the V11 and the S18 and the Sherman. I am supposedly, I got a confirmation again from Jason, I am on the Sherman circuit. If there's anything left of it, by the time it gets to me, who knows? You know, after the NYC guys beat it up, and now it's on its way to Marty. So yeah, I will get it sooner or later, and it will be interesting. I'm interested. I don't think I'd ever be really interested in buying that wheel, but I am interested in testing the wheel for sure, and just to get a taste of it. Hope you guys have a great upcoming holiday weekend. That's all I have for you for now. Until next time, Duffman out. Elsa! You went for a ride! All right.